Hey, what's good, everybody? My name is Polo. Hope you're doing well. And today I am diving back through the rabbit hole, the catalog that is of Kenny Rogers. And the song that was requested for me to check out is Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. And this is a live performance. Now, I haven't heard this. You guys are about to go on that journey with me shortly. Before we get into it, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video. If you want to stay up to date whenever I post, subscribe and hit that notification bell. The engagement, the likes, and the comments and the shares helps the video grow, and I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
On a warm summer's evening, train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I made my life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deadly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away."
Oh my gosh. Okay. This one's an interesting one in terms of I've always known the chorus to this song, never had a voice to it. I don't know where I learned it. All right. That you got to know when to fold them type of thing. I didn't know it was Kenny Rogers, and I've never heard the song in its entirety. And my favorite card games are Spades and Texas Hold'em first, in terms of, if I play, I don't play often, but I even enjoy watching Texas Hold'em. But listening to the song, and, I see that it's also a metaphor for life as I'm listening to the lyrics as well. With Kenny Rogers, one of the most swaggered out silver fox dudes, old dudes that I've ever reacted to. He just had this aura about him, the voice, charisma, and then the whole thing. So he's an artist that I enjoy checking out his catalog and why he was loved by millions. Okay, in terms of I didn't grow up listening to Kenny Rogers, although I've always known who he was. Okay, I've always known the name Kenny Rogers because back in the day, TV, they show those greatest hits, and then they have these artists, and you see the face, on the infomercials or whatnot, or greatest hits type of thing, But as far as diving down his catalog, wasn't the type of music that I was into. But what I also noticed about this record is, this track is, my favorite thing is the way it's written, the melody for the lyrics. It's laid back but really beautiful. Not even nothing crazy, but I got chills right from the opening with Kenny here, and also love the way he works the stage. In terms of entertaining the audience. So those are the first things that I noticed right away. But The Gambler, all right, it's right up my alley in terms of the music. In case you guys didn't know, my favorite singer of all time is Marvin Gaye. So even though it's before my time, I've always liked that the older masculine men that would just their talent was all in their voice. In their songwriting and things of that nature, and that's just my palette. I've always liked a lot of the older generation's music.
Cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last
I'd like to pick up a hop here.
Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deadly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right."
I love that verse.
Know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
That part, you better count your money. I wonder if Bone Thugs and Harmony has sampled that in their music, because that part sounds familiar. I think someone in hip hop sampled that part because it feels familiar, but not from this. I never heard this in its entirety, unless I reacted to it a while ago. My memory's horrible, but but growing up, I never heard this before. But yeah, the double meaning of this, I'm loving it. Like knowing when to walk away. Don't argue with stupid people. Don't waste your time on drama. Don't waste your time on negativity. And also, if you're playing cards, like, hey, know when to throw those cards away. You're going to throw away 90% of your hands if you're a good player, usually in poker. Not that I'm an expert, but that's just basic poker knowledge.
Now every gambler knows the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best you can hope for is to die in your sleep.
Ooh.
So when he finished speaking,
Love
turned
it.
back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the
Sorry to pause that again, but that was a powerful verse there. The best you can hope for is to die in your sleep, versus like, dying one of those horrible deaths in hospice, things of that nature. It's, passing away in your sleep. I think like the movie Forrest Gump, his mom, I think she dies in her sleep. That's the ideal way to go if you're getting morbid and you're thinking about, your eventual demise as you get older,
knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best you can hope for is to die in your sleep. So when he finished speaking, turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough.
Oh, it's you never count your money. I always thought it said, you better count your money. That's the way I remembered that part. That's the only part I knew. But it's you never count your money at the table. Okay, some things are making sense now.
To know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for count. When the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold
Good time.
know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for count. When the deal is done.
Oh man. What a great performance. Great song, great metaphor. The Gambler, okay? Oh man, there were so many gems in the music back in the day, and I imagine there's a lot of that still going on today. I think my channel's been flooded with a lot of vintage music, but I listen to music from most eras, even today. From Billie Eilish to Travis Scott, I still listen to it all. But I also love to go back from Sam Cooke to Al Green and now Kenny Rogers, stepping outside of what I normally grew up listening to. But, you can definitely see that Kenny was one of the special ones in terms of his talent, and his voice. I think I reacted to a song with him and, what's the dude that sings Hello? Is it that guy? What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. What do you call this? What is his name? It's gonna kill me now. But I reacted to a video with those two. Very beautiful duet that they did together. And you could just see how respected he was in the music industry and loved. All right. But yeah, this was a great performance. I enjoyed it. Definitely something I would listen to in the Forerunner. At my age, I really resonate with this type of music because some of these lessons that they teach, I've had to learn the hard way. And so when when you're younger, you're more about the rowdy music and the craziness and the partying and the drinking and stuff like that. And then as you get older, you start to appreciate a lot of the music that has a little bit more wisdom, a little bit more substance in it, and it's fun. So hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. If you want to support the show further than that, as most of these videos I react to, I don't get paid for. They're not monetized. So it's a subscriber funded show. So by hitting any of my donation links, it goes right back into allowing me to continue to do what I do here today. Yeah. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and I appreciate your time. Peace.